What's up, people? I am doing this video. This is not the Predator 2 review. I'll be doing that later. This is a video that I kind of been wanting to do for like a little bit, honestly. So this is going to be like a music related video where I'm going to talk about why I love rock and metal. Because I've been wanting to talk more music stuff, I just haven't gotten to it. So we're going to talk some music stuff. I don't know how I'm going to start this video. So, where we're going to start from is why I love rock and metal, and that's really what this video is going to be about. I found rock and metal, I would say, like 5th or 6th grade, I think it was. Like, that's when I really started listening to music and, like, figure out who bands are. Because before it was mainly, like, for a while, I only listened to, like, movie themes and stuff. So it was like when finally like listening to rock and metal. No, here's the thing. I understand, people try to say like, oh, I should listen to rap, which I do. I listen to old shit from time to time, but it's just I prefer rock and metal. I just over the years, just when I found AC/DC or Guns N' Roses the first time, just the music hit me, and then just also playing, being a wrestling fan, you find a lot of like the old wrestling games used to have a lot of like 3 Days Grace, Slipknot, Seven Dust, Saliva. And once I really got into Guns N' Roses and AC/DC were like two bands that really like propelled me to become a rock fan. And then eventually I expanded to metal. And I don't listen to all metal. Like I don't do the death metal shit, but I listen to like if you're gonna ask me metal bands like Pantera, Metallica, um, fucking I like some Slayer, and then you got hard rock like Iron Maiden and then you know what, and then eventually I got into hair metal, which hair metal is dubbed the genre of rock where like the crazy hair and power ballads, but people can make fun of those bands, but man, some of those singers, like, I could somewhat consider Skid Row a hair metal band, and just seeing his voice, like, and it just a lot of the songs hit me, and it was just fun to listen to. And yeah, I was looked at it not by everybody, but just some people did look at me weird when I would tell them that. They're like, "Wait, rock and metal? You don't listen to hip hop like that?" Like, I mean, like, no. Like, I listen to rock and metal, and people got shocked by that when I would tell them that. Not now, but there was a period. So, fucking wind. It's really windy right now. So, so I just went down the rabbit hole of just rock and metal bands. Like, it kind of would vary. Like, sometimes I'd find Korn, I would find Seven Dust. Then I'd find more hair metal bands like White Snake, found Queen, Skid Row, obviously. And then just eventually I just expanded into metal and just listen. I can listen to all. Like, then eventually I would say it was around like I think 20. Well, a friend of mine did show me "Smells Like Teen Spirit," which I will admit it's hard to listen to now. Good song, but it's overplayed as fuck now. So, but um, but I eventually found that song and I started listening a bit more of Nirvana. I still love Nirvana, but then I found Alice in Chains, and Alice in Chains just in a way changed my life because that's when I started really listening to other grunge. So Alice in Chains. I listened a little bit of Pearl Jam. Um, fucking listened to definitely Soundgarden. To the point now, like, and then I found Stone Temple Pilots. I consider them a big grunge. just so I kind of listened to all eras of rock, and then you had that new metal era, which was like, Limp Bizkit. Some people kind of say Seven Dust is in there, Rage Against the Machine, where you had like a little bit of that rap or hip hop kind of element. Then you got bands like that's how bands like Korn came around and fucking just yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at now, where I just listen. I find myself listening to that more. I like obviously I'll listen to other genres of music. Like I'm okay with country, some of it. Obviously I like old hip hop and rap, but to be honest with you, rock and metal's just always done it for me. I love the solos, especially like power ballads. Like just seeing like some of those singers just let loose. Same thing with like those guitar solos. It's the same thing. Just seeing some of the guitar soloists go fucking loose. You know, like just seeing like I put Jimi Hendrix in there. You got just seeing like a, James Hetfield kill it on a solo Metallica song. You know, just Eddie. And that's like solos are like always my favorite part of the song, or but just definitely like power ballads, like singing like the voices, like Sebastian Bach's voice from Skid Row is fucking god tier. Even Axel in I understand Axel's probably not the best live and definitely not now, but Axel's voice back in the '80s, man, like when Appetite for Destruction came out, man, his voice was like just listening to it. I mean, but I even liked the singer from there was Bon Scott and I think there's Brian Johnson who or Angus Young, sorry, wrong name. So Angus Young who became the singer currently. I love both voices. And just Back in Black was like my first real rock song. But if I had to pick a song where it started, it was Back in Black. Then, unironically, I know a lot of people Guns N' Roses their intro was definitely Welcome to the Jungle or Sweet Child of Mine. For me, it was Paradise City. Just that was the one I found myself listening to the most. But and I would just listen and just get into. And then we got bands like Disturbed in the 2000s, which were really good. And then you got stuff like 3 Days Grace and those type of bands. Like I said, I found through wrestling. Because a lot of the wrestling games, the older ones, like old SmackDown versus Raw games, would always in the menu always have like fucking 3 Days Grace. I'm trying to think of another one. They would have a Seven Dust song. A lot of like bands, even bands like Puddle of Mud and stuff like that. So I just found myself really being into that type of music to the point, and that's why I'm here now. Rock and metal is a great genre of music, and it's not about race because some of these bands are all white, but then you got bands like Living Color, who when I first listened to them, I was fucking shocked. But wait, they're fucking black, and it's dope and it's nice. There's nothing wrong with you if you're black and you want to be in hip hop. There's nothing wrong with that. But it is kind of nice seeing like, oh wow, there's actually, the band Killswitch Engage has a black singer, Seven Dust as a black singer. It's just kind of nice. And I'm not about the whole color thing. It's just kind of nice to see black people can do other genres of music. So, just that rock and metal, great genre of music, and to this day I listen to it, and I find myself I listen to it almost every night, just jamming out to whatever. So, I just wanted to make a video about that. I might make videos more about like specific bands or something where I talk about why I like them. I'll probably try to make this at least maybe once a week a video where I talk about music. Because don't get me wrong, I love talking movies. I do. But another thing is I do like talking music from time to time. So I'm going to definitely make more of these videos. So this video wasn't going to be super long. I just kind of wanted to talk about that. Later, we got the Predator 2 review, which I can't wait for because I fucking love that movie. So I'm probably going to be recording that right now. It's 2:48, so I'll probably do that video in like 2 hours. So that's what I got going on. And tomorrow will probably just be one video where I will probably tear apart. Not like I won't rip it apart like I ripped apart Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, but I might go in a little bit on fucking Alien Covenant. But I'm gonna take one more hit and peace out. But I wanted to say real quick, fuck Warner Brothers, fuck Disney, fuck Hank Azaria, and fuck MK 2021. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Peace.